the blessings you bestow upon us. And oh God, right now we lift up this village board to you, this village president, as they deal with the concerns of the village. Might they do so realizing that they're accountable first of all to you and to those that they serve. We pray that you will bless each of them and their families as they deal with the concerns of the village, provide resources and whatever is needed to move this village forward in such a way that you will be pleased and that they might ultimately hear you say, well done, thy good and faithful servant. We ask you to watch over them, bless them, and keep them. Do it for your glory. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Wednesday, June 4th, 2025, 5 p.m. Can we have a call to order? Roll call.
Freddie Wilson.
Present.
Trustee Jermaine Hooks.
Present.
Trustee Stacey Perry. Present. Trustee Elliot Harper.
Present.
Trustee Johnny Griffin.
Present.
Trustee Tyrese Andrews. Sorry. Let the record reflect that
How you doing, sir?
Trustee James Morgan is not in attendance, but there is a quorum.
Thank you, ma'am. Motion to approve. Motion to approve. Revive the board agenda for June 4th, 2025. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion, madam.
Who the motion by?
Jermaine.
Second.
Second by Mr. Griffin. Roll call. All in favor? Motion to approve the regular minute meeting from May 21st, 2025. Can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved by.
So moved by Hooks,
Second.
second by Mr. Griffin. Okay,
Mayor's report.
Mayor's report. Roll call on that motion.
Trustee Johnny Griffin.
Yes.
Trustee Elliot Harper.
Yes.
Trustee Jermaine Hooks.
Yes.
Trustee Stacey Perry. Yes. Trustee Tyrese Andrews.
See.
The motion carried to approve the regular meeting minutes for May 21st, 2025.
Can I ask a question, Mayor? Council, we don't have representation from council. What are we gonna do in reference to that? Just go through with the meeting with no,
Well, we don't have any other choice, but I have Barnes, Attorney Barnes, for the record, is willing to come on and assist the village in any way that needs to be done until we enable to have a village attorney appointed. But Attorney Vince Van Cart said that he would be more than happy to work with Mr. Barnes on being the village attorney and guiding him down the path of doing what needs to be done for municipal league.
that attorney.
And I gonna bring up, yes.
Is he here?
No, he's not, but I spoke with him.
Okay, in reference to that, I got a little enlightenment that I can expound on. I was also talking to Judge Scudder, and he was referring somebody, anybody in the board responded to that or were made aware of that. Because what we're looking for is a village municipality attorney. Okay, you said, Mr. Barnes, are you a village attorney?
I'm sorry.
Are you a municipality attorney?
It's not.
I'm a civil litigation attorney. I don't have a whole lot of experience in municipal law, for example.
I had to put that out there because, see, I sit up here, and just for the record, I sit up here as a village trustee. And sometimes I'm wrong. I'd like to be covered in reference to the under municipal code. That's why I just stated that. Sorry for taking you off of your agenda.
I'm fine with that.
I just wanted to put that out there, though.
So my outlook on that is the attorney that we had, I'll speak to you guys and
You gonna call a special meeting
close
for the session? Let's go.
and speak to you about that, why Judge Scott is not sitting here.
Okay.
2 reasons, but, okay, so moving forward, we'll move forward until the attorney come on board, but
That's fine. I'm okay with it. I just would like the board to understand our legalities in reference to this agenda or any agenda. I know as a village official, I want to be covered. I don't want to take a chance on making the wrong decision and then ending up with the legalities falling back on me. That's just for the record.
Let the record reflect that trustee James Morgan entered the regular board of trustees meeting at 5:05 p.m.
I ain't voting for anything. I just want to make sure I'm covered.
okay, I'm gonna finish the mayor's report. Consideration with possible action to rescind application for Jessica Gray as water clerk. Consider with possible action to hire Jessica Gray as the water coordinator.
So we need to go through that one at a time.
Yes, I want to rescind when
Yes.
she was appointed as water clerk.
Right. Just for the record.
Yes, for the record.
This is a,
Yes.
I make a motion that we rescind it. Okay.
Griffin make a motion, can I have a second?
Second.
Excuse me, because I know the motion went before, we might have to do C before we do A. We might have to amend it to do C. The C gives us authorization to do it,
To rescind it.
to rescind it.
That's what I said.
So C should have been before A.
Well, not really, because C, we already have a water clerk. So we have a water coordinator already in place, so we don't have to vote on doing a water coordinator again over making her water coordinator.
But we do have to
When we had
rescind
that, right, we have to rescind her position as a
And what trustee
water
Morgan,
clerk.
and what trustee Morgan is making a point to is to be legal. We turn things into law, correct, as trustees. He's stating basically that we should have.
Well, excuse me, Mr. Griffin, I understand that Ms. Ford wrote it up the way it should be written up. She's the clerk, and I'm just following her lead.
Okay, clerk, don't you think that, according to this, says consideration and possible action to amend the ordinance?
You don't need to amend it because it's already in place
No, what we did, we hired Ms. Jessica,
as a water clerk.
but we have a water clerk, so that means we have to do it over the proper way for it to be law, turned into law, and it to be legal, for the record.
Well, at one time, Johnny, we had 3 water clerks at the village, and it's still on file as 3 water clerks.
And I do
Even though we
understand
don't
what
have
you're
it working
saying.
here.
I do understand what you're saying, but I'm saying to make this legal, and it not come back on you or the board. I mean, thinking about this, when you want to do it the right way from the beginning, that way there's no going
Did
back.
she just give you the paper, Ms. Ford?
So what the clerk just gave was the information that was handed to me via the attorney at the time, which was Judge Studd. If you see, everything that he put is in the order in which it appears on the agenda.
That's from the attorney.
Okay. As long as it's according to law, I don't want to have to go back over this again. We hiring this young lady. But, you know, let's just go through it, get it right, and be done and move on.
I agree. Okay, so what I need to, can I have a roll call on item A and B? Is it A first? A.
We can only do one.
Trustee Perry? Yes. Trustee Morgan?
Yes.
Trustee Harper? Yes. Trustee Griffin?
Yes.
Trustee Hooks?
Yes.
Trustee Andrews?
Yes.
The motion has carried to rescind the appointment of Jessica Gray as the water clerk at $17 an hour.
Okay, with B is consideration with possible action to hire Jessica Gray as water coordinator. Now, can I have a motion?
Does that carry the same $17?
Yes,
Is it?
the price not changed. That's what Ms. Merlin was getting when she was the water coordinator.
That's just
$17
put it
an
on
hour.
record, is the reason why I asked.
That's gonna be mentioned. Same $17.50 part-time.
So move, man.
Was this job posted? So we're about to fill out for it? Clerk.
What you mean, clerk?
Trustee is asking a question.
To me?
You are the mayor,
I
whichever
don't know
one
if it
y'all
was-
choose to answer.
I just want to know if it was posted. You know, I know I was told it was supposed to be posted. I just want to know whether it was posted.
I just want to get it over with, so move on.
Well, my understanding is, I didn't know you had to post a position that's already in place. Why would you have to repost a position?
Because it gives the community.
But it's already in place.
So you give equal opportunities to anybody else to get a job.
Right.
Even though you might have me
You
one
want to be
position,
legal, mayor.
still forward that.
If it's already in place, so, okay, do you post, it's a new mayor? That's,
No.
okay, but that's already in place.
No, that's not.
I'm just asking a question.
Well, I don't know if it was posted or not. I didn't think that it had to be posted as one of the issues that's already there.
No, I'm just covering our end.
Well, maybe it should have been posted, I don't know. I'm not the clerk and not the secretary, so I don't have a
You know whose
clue.
responsibility it is to post the position?
Pardon
Do
me?
you know whose responsibility it is to post the position?
No, do you know? Well, I don't either.
The fact of the matter is, that's what you want, I'm all for it, okay? But it's gotta be done the right way. Not, we just make something up and.
It's not being made up, the position was already there. You don't have to redo a position that's already there. See, the position was already,
It's already set position.
it's a set position, the money is already there. The job is there, so why do you have to repost the job that's already
No,
there?
I'm saying, I'm talking about I said the job is
You have to give the village or another individual that desires the job the opportunity, which makes it lawful to us as trustees. Okay? And that's the only thing I want to do. I want to get past this, but I want to get past it. Do it right so it won't come back on.
That's all I was.
That's a common sense question or statement, whichever way you want to take it. And it's a fair statement.
Okay, so next, what do you guys want to do? You guys want to vote on it, yes or no?
You require this, I'm willing to support it, but I want you to do it the right way. That's all I'm saying.
So you're gonna table it?
I don't want things to come back on me.
I want it done the right way too, but I don't need a bunch of trustees telling me what to do. If I have an attorney, then I'm gonna listen to the attorney. Now, I do get advice from the attorneys. The trustees are not the attorney. Now, y'all may have more years than me here, sitting, doing whatever needs to be done, and that's fine and dandy. But if I got an issue with something that I don't understand, I do have a municipal attorney that I call and he give me advice.
Which
on what to
represents
do.
us as well, Mayor. So I don't mean to be argumentative, but I do want to make a statement.
You do that all the time,
We
Mr.
want to
Griffin.
make sure that we're not going to be, this is not a joke to me, I'm dead serious.
I'm serious too.
I'm liable for being sued up here as well as you. So I want it done right. If I'm gonna put my job back or my organization on things. No problem with you, Ms. Gray, understand that. This is just the fact, we gotta do things right, so we won't be sued. That's why I asked this young man, was he a municipal attorney? That's my point.
Let me talk to that.
Yeah, well, can I have a motion? Either they pass it or they don't.
So move.
Just table it.
So move.
So moved by Andrews. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Perry. Roll call, please.
Trustee Hooks?
Yes.
Trustee Harper?
Yes.
Trustee Morgan?
Yes.
Trustee Griffin?
Abstain.
Okay. Trustee Andrews? Trustee Perry? Yes. The motion has carried to approve Jessica Gray as water coordinator at $17 an hour.
On item C, it was asking to remand the agenda on item C, and it doesn't need to be amended because it's already in the records. So I want to strike item C from the agenda. Do I need to get a motion to vote on that? Can I have a motion to vote on that?
Second.
Moved by Griffin, second by Andrews.
We wouldn't be going through it.
You should do this before you get here.
Can I have a roll call, please?
Trustee Perry?
Yes.
Trustee Harper?
Yes.
Trustee Morgan?
Yes.
Trustee Griffin?
Yes.
Trustee Hooks?
Yes.
Trustee Andrews?
Yes.
So the motion has carried to strike item 6C from the record for consideration with possible action to amend approved ordinance number 2025-08-21-05, amending chapter 2 administration by amending section 2-144 to include the job position of water coordinator.
Okay. Item D, consideration with possible action to what is that? Rescind. To redeem the sold taxes on 1324 Worldline Street in Fort Hicks, Illinois. I would like to say something about that after this is passed. These taxes is the village taxes. When we was giving the properties out to people that had money to put the properties back together, the village had taxes on these properties that was not removed. So I think personally it's only fair or right that the village take that responsibility and remove those taxes or pay those taxes that's been sold. Some of the taxes on the house that we gave away to people, to the residents, the taxes has been sold on some of those. Mr. Holloway, he purchased 2 empty lots and the taxes was on there. From the time that that property was given to those individuals, whatever tax is on there, I think the village is responsible for it. And I'm asking the board to approve whatever needs to be paid to get those people property taxes removed, because at the time it belongs to the village. And if they've been sold, we need to redeem them back before that property is lost.
You're right, Mayor.
Mayor, I got a problem with that, first of all.
Okay,
First thing is, this was voted down.
what was voted down?
This did not pass last meeting, and it's back on the agenda again.
It was tabled.
It was tabled. It
This wasn't
voted.
tabled.
Yes.
This failed.
It was tabled.
No, MOU was the one that was tabled.
This was tabled too.
Clerk got the paperwork.
We need him for that meeting.
That's why I tell you, we need
Let the
minutes.
clerk speak, man. Let the clerk speak.
Yeah, so even if it was failed, so
He failed.
now I'm asking.
Hold on. Let's say clerk, I didn't hear you. I'm all the way down here.
It failed.
It
Right.
failed. What was the vote, clerk, if you don't mind?
It feels for this one.
Hold on.
You should have did it, you don't listen to it. It feels for this one.
The vote was yes, trustee Andrews, trustee Hooks. No, trustees Morgan, Harper, Perry, abstained, trustee Griffin.
And you said it did what? It failed?
It did not pass.
It did not pass.
That's what it says in the minutes.
My whole point in saying, Mayor, was that it appeared right back on the agenda. And what I'm saying is that if we keep paying everybody taxes,
It's not everybody,
I
it's the
know
village
it's
tax.
not, that's just village.
Yeah.
There's a lot of houses out here with,
But they don't belong to the village, Morgan.
they don't belong to the village.
No,
I understand that, but watch this, when you buy a house, you carry on the taxes, right?
no,
You don't?
no.
If you sell me a house, I
Is
don't
it
get
them
the
taxes?
taxes.
No, you don't get the taxes, Morgan. It don't work like that. You gotta, I gotta have those taxes cleared in order to sell that property to you. Yes, you do. You cannot. I buy a house all the time. You cannot. You just bought a house.
Don't be argumentative.
Ain't nobody arguing, just explain it to them so
Would
you
you ever sell a
understand.
house with taxes?
No, and you can't. When you brought that house, no, when you brought that house, you just brought it, it had no tax on it. The tax was paid. If those taxes weren't paid, the person who owned that property is responsible.
My house is not in the village name though. That's what I'm saying. So when you do that, if there's a lot of village houses with village taxes on it, they want to keep removing them before they give them away.
It ain't the village,
Only one
it ain't in the village name.
That's right.
It may be in the village, but the taxes don't belong to the village. Okay, so what do I need to do this for to bring that back on the table so that it can be?
So we can show how it's incurred taxes and purchase home. So you don't have to argue with so-and-so.
I'm not arguing with nobody, man.
Well, Mayor, how do we know how much is the tax? Do we know? How many years we going back on? Do we know any
2
of that?
years. It's 2 years, I think it's like,
21, 22, 23.
and they like $400, $500. It ain't like they $20,000.
And also, these are houses that the village incurred through no tax bid,
No cash.
no cash bid program, which is a program that we voted for years ago on these houses. You take on the responsibility of owning or becoming a homeowner. It's helped through the village.
Let me say this.
So let me finish. So the fact of the matter is, you take that house and the village took the taxes off all of them that belong to the village. When you rehab that house and that title switched over to your name, the taxes that come to that house are on you. This name may be Joe Smoke that owned the house 25 years ago, okay? Now the house been sitting up for 25 years. You say, well, okay, I got 30 or 40, 50,000 I want to put into this house, but it's been abandoned for 25 years. So we had a program going like that to where citizens could become homeowners. That was the opportunity. And that's what he's speaking about. And you know I don't agree with this guy much. But when he's right, I told him I would have it. I did it, and the fact of the matter is, those taxes that was, say Mr. Barnes, if they was his taxes, he walked away 30 years ago, the house been abandoned for 30 years, I take on the responsibility of getting that house, I take on a clear title and the responsibility of the taxes from that time on. That was the point.
All right, with the no cash bid, sir, I want you to let you know that with the no cash bid, the village was supposed to clear the taxes, right?
Exactly.
All right, and then it's supposed to go to the citizens, right?
Correct.
Out of all the houses that was given away, the 19 or 13 or 21 houses, how many of them is back on tax roll now? Thank you.
I
Not
can't
that many. I know you can
answer
ask that
that,
many,
but if-
because they wasn't given to the
but I-
people to be put back on tax
I do
roll.
understand.
Yes, they
They
is.
were.
No, no, no.
They are back on tax
Let me do this.
How many of them is?
They are.
It was 21 houses or something. when we
They
got
are
there.
back
They
on
are
the
back
tax
on
roll.
tax.
Let me do this.
I got 13
Hey, hold
addresses
on,
right now.
we're not gonna go back and forth. We can do that,
This
in the
is
back
the
room.
thing. This is the thing.
Mr.
If
Griffin.
they are back
Mr.
on,
Griffin.
can I just say this? If they are back on the tax roll,
They are.
whoever took over that property, it's their responsibility.
That's it.
It's in their name after you take on the fact of rehabbing these houses. That was the program, and you had a certain time to rehab them.
How many houses back?
Right.
It's plenty of them. It was plenty.
Plenty, man. You need the list.
We're just speaking, we're just speaking on those.
Okay, well, listen to this, it's on the agenda, so they can vote on it, yes or no, but it is on the agenda now, so
Make your motion.
I'm asking the motion to read.
Second.
Moved by Jermaine, second by Griffin, can I have a roll call?
Trustee Stacey Perry? Yes. Trustee Jermaine Hooks?
Yes.
Trustee Tyrese Andrews?
I vote this James.
Yes.
Board, I
And
have
that's
time to be playing with you. Trustee Elliot Harper? Yes. Trustee Johnny Griffin?
Yes.
Trustee James Morgan?
No.
All right. The motion has carried to,
They own all the houses.
hold on, where are we? The motion has carried to redeem the sold taxes on 1324 Warline, Fort Heights, Illinois, Lord have mercy, Illinois, in order to convey clear title.
You know I'm not. Listen.
Finance report, Trustee Andrews.
I got a question for you before we move forward. So am I on this committee still, or am I the chairman, or how are we doing this? I was told that we didn't have.
That's a valid question.
Yeah, that's definitely a good question. The committee will be made up next week, the next board meeting. Yes, I have a committee, so.
Take it to the next board.
Well, I do want to address something. I don't have a bill list, like I said.
Well, we'll just address that at the next board meeting, but there will be, I will be setting up those, committees for the person that's running the committee and the two terms that sat on the committee with that chairperson.
But, so that's discussed.
No, I'm discussing. Okay. personnel.
So we're not going, I didn't hear what you said you're doing, because you're talking that way.
I'm saying that I'm gonna set the committees before the next meeting on the chair and who's sitting in those chair committees. So that those are the people that's responsible for the police, the fire, the public health,
Okay, I get what you're saying.
water the streets. Yes, I haven't said that, so I will be setting that before our next meeting. So everyone will know their position that I'm giving before the next meeting.
And we also should have a bill list as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know it was on here to pass it with no bill.
Yes, it should have a bill list and every dollar being spent.
Thank you.
And so all the committee reports will be suspended until the next board meeting, but you would know a week before the board meeting what committee you set on and who's the chair of the committee.
And yeah, I just want to make a note so that the board knows that we voted to pass to pay taxes on a house that was not even on the cash bid list.
Keep it moving.
I just want you to know that.
No cash.
So however that house got on there, it just appeared there.
Okay, but it passed more.
I'm just letting you know.
All right, well-
So it'll be back on there, you'll see it.
All right.
Just letting you know.
It passed.
But I know 12 people out here probably want their taxes paid.
And I know two out here for sure that got properties from the
Got the
village.
short agenda.
Passed.
Y'all want to talk. That's over. Spend money.
Okay, so
I know.
citizen.
I got old change.
Hey, old business.
What you got, boy?
Consideration. Right.
So how much you making on there?
Oh, my God. I wish I was paying that. Hey, I'm taking in the whole business of this. I'm not going, who gonna speak on the whole business? Ain't no committees.
Well,
Am I right or wrong?
Rather than do it.
But it's still. Yeah. Okay, well, this was tabled at the last board meeting, and I want to table it again so we can sit down at the table and come up with an understanding on who is this MOU going to, as far as somebody trying to purchase the building.
Where are you at, man?
Old business.
Old business.
Old business. Nine. Other side.
That's trying to sell the currency exchange, the old,
That's the whole building, right?
the sharp, yes,
That's Mayor.
yes,
That's the entire building, right?
yes, the entire building.
You gotta vote to table first of all. You gotta vote to table. You don't just say you can table, you gotta table it. We got an agenda here. It's in front of us.
Motion to table.
Don't see it.
You gotta talk about it.
Until this person from the MOU comes in front of this board, we shouldn't be moving on this at all, because we don't even know who we're selling.
I say it should come off the table.
If we want to table it, just table
It
it.
should come off,
Motion to table.
not get back on the agenda until next month.
Motion to table.
Okay, can I have a motion to move this MOU off the agenda until that person come forward.
So move, Mayor.
And moved by
Second.
Morgan, second by Jermaine. Roll call.
Trustee Harper? No. Trustee Griffin?
No.
Trustee Morgan?
Yes.
Trustee Hooks?
Yes.
Trustee Perry? Yes. Trustee Andrews?
Yes.
The motion has carried to, excuse me, gentlemen. The motion has carried to table the memorandum of understanding between Haynes Walsh LLC, the buyer, and the Village of Fort Heights, the seller, until Haynes Walsh can come before the board to present their MOU to the board.
Next on the agenda. New business. Okay.
Under new business,
New business, we have a senior social with the Blues Band coming up. We did leave flyers out for everyone. It's Saturday, June the 28th, from 2 to 6 p.m. at the senior building. Let's get together so that we can socialize, listen to some tunes, and enjoy a free meal. So make sure you pick up a flyer on your way out for the seniors and bring family and neighbors. And we'll get a chance to discuss it on the next meeting.
all right. Citizens remark.
I'm trying to, the village workers hours get cut.
When did it get cut? During the winter months. During the winter months.
Do you have any workers for the weekend?
No,
So
sir.
what if something happen, a tree fall down on Lincoln Highway, who do you, where's the worker, who's gonna handle that?
We probably call Public Works to come out, but we don't, the municipality is closed on the weekends, so for somebody to be working while we close, I don't know if that's against the law or not. Unless it was an emergency call.
Now, who's over the house program?
Who's over the housing? No one.
No one?
No, I was over the housing program when I was a trustee.
So you
Reverend
haven't-
Franklin is actually-
You haven't appointed anyone yet?
Pardon me?
You haven't appointed anyone yet?
No, that's coming up next week.
Okay.
Yes, I want to know about these,
Could you state your name, Miss?
Barbara Morgan, out of down Diplomat. And again, just like before, I don't know what they doing, but again, these fights and parties and everything is happening on down on Diplomat. Do we have a code or whatever that says that at a certain amount of people need to assemble before you get a permit or something? Because I shouldn't have to be at work and my camera keep going off and there's a melee, a brouhaha in front of my house. You know, and then they're not just bringing it from another block or whatever, they're bringing it out to my block. And it's ridiculous. Not one night, 2 nights. And then a 4th night. I guess they got tired on that 3rd night and went into the 4th night and did it again. So what kind of ordinance do we have? Or do we have one that says, no, after 30 people or 100 people, you need a permit, you need a permit. Or if we're gonna bring that landlord
Right.
Make that landlord accountable for what's happening at your house 3 times a week when the police is called not once, not twice, but 3 times. Do we have a, no, I know we don't have a 3-strike law. We need that. I mentioned this, whatever, a year ago. Something, I mentioned it a year ago. Why is that we can have a 3-strike law, a 3-strike law?
We don't have one police force in the force.
Hey, citizens, get
Sure enough,
That's a
sure
whole
enough. I called the county. The county said to me that if we don't have enough people making a phone call, then they can't do anything. So what now? I gotta get bloodshed in front of my house. I gotta get my gutter shot out, my window shot out again because of what the people 2, 3, 4 houses down from here doing because of their children. What, as a board, are you gonna do about this? Because it's getting ridiculous. Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? Go ahead. Because I let you. What are you as a board gonna do to protect your citizens about this? And it's not the older people anymore, it's these young ones, okay? And their parents. What are you gonna do? I'm not saying they're yours, but again, like John said last year, well, if you report it, they come to you. Oh yeah, I get it. They take it out on you. But what happens? What's next? My house got to get shot up again. You know, I got to pay for windows again for something that's happening. I get it. What's going to happen with this?
Well, Ms. Morgan, did I speak? Yes. I understand.
Let me be honest.
I understand what
you got to say didn't even happen last year.
Well,
I would rather hear from somebody that wasn't on the board last year.
Ms. Martin.
Go ahead.
It takes more than me. We have a board collectively. I was going to request that we need to start having meetings with the Cook County Sheriff and finding out what they are basically doing out here other than parking down. Excuse me a second.
money. You gotta have money for that.
William, excuse me a second. I'm just trying to open up the door.
But they're not going to do it.
Some suggestions from this board. Excuse me. I'm just trying to open up some suggestions from this board. And I'm not afraid to speak. What I'm trying to do is we could put something together. Together we're speaking, right? Well, let's put our heads together and figure out how we can accommodate this young lady. And not only that, my street is a mess. It used to be the nicest street in Fort Axe. One of them. Okay? And this is happening all over the village. So I can understand what you're saying, but I can't make you a promise. But
well, you did when you ran.
Well, you know what?
When you ran, you said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And you pat you on the back, and you super chicken. That's what you said. You did the whole, all that. But I'm just saying, you especially, because I was here last year when you mentioned about your house. I was here. And you mentioned it. About your street, I was here. And trust me, I was there too, because when I told the county sheriff, when they came to my house knocking on my door and asked me for my video footage, it's like, you don't even have to explain who you are, but we know your camera picked it up.
Now, can I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
We can talk against each other. Let me finish. You said I can speak. Excuse me a second. Ms. Morgan, you said I can speak, right? Well, give me the benefit of the doubt.
Go ahead.
If we don't talk about this and we don't put it out there to where us as a community can try to combat what's going on in this community, nothing's going to happen. So you can't blame them. Now, that's what I got to say. But if we do have dialogue in reference to that, now the next step is on us, not just this board. The Cook County sheriffs are out here, and only thing they want to target is the citizens out here. Parking tickets, speeding tickets. That's not policing. Stop the gunshots, shooting up the houses, fights even. But you gotta start somewhere as a unit. That means you and me. And if we don't start somewhere, guess what? You're gonna come next year and complain.
I'll be here.
And I'll be saying that too.
So don't tell me where I'm gonna be next year. I know I'm gonna be next year.
Okay, next, okay.
Who's over the police department?
They is on business.
I know that, Ms. Ray, I don't hear her up here, but the one.
The people let, she's speaking.
Okay, hold on now. You only get 2 minutes to talk now.
Where your gavel at? 'Cause she's talking and then he's butting in.
What are you gonna do now? I get it as a collective. We the citizens, I pay taxes just like everybody else.
No, you just pay taxes, everybody else don't pay.
Well,
I pay my taxes.
You can't say that.
You cannot say that.
but I just wanna know. I just wanna know.
Do you pay your taxes?
Don't tell me I have 2 minutes.
No, it's only 2 minutes, but it's only 2
I
minutes.
get it, I get it. Yeah, I just wanna know. I just need right.
Where your gavel at? Where your gavel?
Every other weekend.
You said 3 minutes.
Thank you, Ms. Morgan. Okay. Can't hear you, Jimmy.
Ambassador Lane, I would like to the board and to the residents, you know, how can I put it? We got to stop making this town a mock. You know what I'm saying? Everything I come in and I hear on board meetings is so negative stuff. And a lot of stuff you talk about the housing program. No, the housing program was started way back, a little while back. And the thing of the word that they talk about the issue like that, the thing of the word the housing program started that where the business would give a house, give you so much money, and when you got the house, you would be responsible for 2 years of back taxes. So it was 2 years of back taxes. So the village should have redeemed all the property and made people liable who had the house pay their 2 years back taxes. So I don't know, in between here and there, I had a little break in between here and there. But I'm trying to say, if we don't come together as a board, as a village, and quit trying to make this town, man, like this here, we're not gonna happen. We got to understand that we are a little small town, but one thing about this town, we rip and talk. You know, I see the board, we fight against one another, and we come here, we try to make each other look bad and stuff like this, talk about this and talk about that. Let's get down to the fact. What can we do as a board and as a community to make this town, man, move where it should be?
There it is. Amen.
You know, I mean, we want to beat up on one another. You know, I've been here all my life. I'm 73 years old, I've been here all my life. I raised 22 kids. I love this town. You know, I told my wife when I died, man, I had some good don't call it each job, don't call it sport, I call it each job. I love this town. I love people in this town. I love my seniors. You know, but we got to put bigger with one another mankind. Here and there, here and there, here and there, to make our town look bad. Everybody social media, everybody want to go on social media. Maybe we won't go on social media and stuff like that. Damn social media.
I'm trying to be good.
You don't want to get down to the fact. What can we do, man, to move our town? What can we do to help business? What can we do to help our business? What can we do, man, to move this town to where it is? That's all. I don't have a lot to say. I'm not asking you. Because we y'all have a board and keep one stick on how you do. I'm not asking anything. All I'm asking is we come together, man, as people, as one. And get behind me and put me in the because you should have a single trustee somewhere down the line. And y'all got to fight this one another. Come together. Come on one accord. And then we might be able to construct these. And you was good the good part. You was right part. And we move this down. That's all I'm saying.
All right, I have 2 minutes.
Hey, you're right, Mr.
Okay. Jimmy, all right. Now, can I answer some of that? When we took this position on, we know that people gonna be up here criticizing us and talking down about us, but switch the shoe on the other side. You come up here and sit and deal with all the issues that go on in the town and make it be your fault. It's not, I'm speaking, Jimmy. You spoke for 10 minutes and ain't nobody say nothing. When the trustees up here dealing with all the rhetoric that come with this town, and then the people from the town come here and criticize like they perfect. This is working in progress. I'm a person that's working in progress. I mean, I'm not totally saved. You smack me, you're gonna be in trouble. I'm not turning no other cheek, but God is working on me. But still, I took this job so that I can try to help my town become a better place. And it's easy for you to sit out there and talk about what we ain't doing. But then when people laid off and only working 3 hours, you know why? I told Miss Mary to cut the hours so that people could keep working. They was laying people off with no work. So I said, well, can we keep the people on working so that they have a job to pay some bill or do something? That's why the hours was cut during the winter, when things are slow, where they sit around the barn and not have anything to do. That's why I cut the hours. But now it's summer and we need to increase the hours. But if we increase your hours to 5 or 6 hours, I know you want to be paid. But if the money ain't there, now we got another problem. So these things is gonna be addressed, but it's gonna take a little time. It ain't gonna happen overnight, and this town ain't gonna never be perfect.
Thank you.
But the people up here, at least they came forward and ran and got involved. The people elected the ones that's sitting up here on this table. I didn't have to be up here. I chose to try to do this to help the town. I don't need all this rhetoric and people criticizing and going back and forth trying to bring something to the community. And then when you try to help, if you don't do something, somebody get up here and say, I want $10,000. What town do that? No town around here give you nothing, no $4,000 or $5,000 to run no party, to have no fest, nothing. Go to Chicago Heights and ask them for $10,000. Or buy a house. But the thing is with the village, you're gonna have certain people that's gonna be against you no matter what you do.
That's right.
And gonna make certain remarks, because that's just what they do. But it's all for the wrong reason. If you're gonna sit here, then you should sit here. You can be mad at me, I'm okay with that. But take care of the citizens that voted for you. Treat the citizen right by doing right by the citizen. You ain't gotta like me at all. But we gotta start all this bickering. House full of people now, because somebody got on Facebook and said, come and watch the crazy show.
Should be up here?
Huh?
You don't want them up here?
Yeah, I invite everybody to come out so you know what's going on in your town.
He can say what he gonna say.
I want the people to come out. Yeah, give me 1 minute, Rex. I want the people to come out. So if you come out, you understand what's going on. But if you sit at home, you don't know that the village ain't got no money to pay this or pay that or take care of this or take care of that. But everybody think it's so much money and got so much going on, and all those things ain't true. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You ask me something, make sure you wanna know, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Everything ain't gonna get perfect or work like it's supposed to and overnight. But if we work together as the citizen and as the board up here, we can make a difference in our community.
That's right.
But it takes all of us. We can't do it without you guys, because if y'all didn't vote for us, we wouldn't be sitting up here. Y'all put the people on this board that's up here. Morgan said he got 3 family members here in the town, and yet he wins. So obviously the people out here voted for Mr. Morgan. The people wanted me to mayor, and sometimes I ask myself, why did I do that? But I care about my town. That's why I done it, people. I'm standing up and I'm gonna deal with your criticizing and your not caring about what I'm doing. I'm gonna deal with all that. And I'm gonna do what God asked me to do, is to try to help this town and move it forward. To move it forward. That's my thing. Now, if any other citizens have some remarks, why don't you say something positive for a change? We're being negative on everything that we say. Mr. Rex, go ahead.
Come on, Rex. Stand up and stand. Tell your name.
Sorry, I can't stand right now. I want to say this. You
Speak
know,
up.
I'm one of the worstest things that ever happened for Heights. I'm not ashamed to tell you that. I'm one of the worstest things that happened. But when God stepped into my life 15 years ago, I brought back 12 to 1,300 people for the last 15 years at the old timers fest. And I don't get that much money from nobody, but I don't get on Facebook and complain about that either. What I do is just keep on pushing. That's all I can do. Because when I can bring people back here who's successful to talk about this town and make great reviews about this town, I thought that would make you all feel good. To see people that you ain't seen in 35 years ago, you know, to see what progress that we are trying to make. I told you when you got in, Mr. Mayor, it's gonna take time. When you wanna build this town, you build it brick by brick. You can't just come in and say it's already done. So, the way I look at it, you know what I'm saying, is what you said is true, we gotta do it together. But what I'm doing, with bringing people back, is helping you all. But it's something good that I'm doing. Because I could have been doing what I used to do. You know what I'm saying? I been out here, come on, East Corner, breaking in houses, I've been doing all that. I stopped at all that. To do, give my town back what my grandmother never did for this town. Love. That's what I want to get this town. Love.
I ain't mad at you.
Thank you.
I got a lot of love. That's because I'm coming back.
Mr. Jones.
Come back.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rex.
Douglas Jones, 1435 East 14th Place. Good evening, board. Good evening, trustee. Good evening, mayor. So I want to say that you say we don't bring any good thing. I have brought 3 new residents to Fort Heights, and my sister, my nephew Kristen Jones back there, Nita Jones, and we got a lot of work to do. But each and every little bit that counts with us. And also, let me just say, I got some investors here, some real investors. This guy right here, he had his own producing company. What is that? He had his own podcast, TV show, and he just told me in my ear, I give the village $10,000 just to secure some area. I got right here, my man right here, Mr. McDaniel here, ready to invest, investors. So we gonna make it happen. So we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it the right way, and the mayor, I know I got his support 100%. And again, I just want to just say that, and just remember, we got good people here, new residents that's coming, and we're gonna keep the place full. And we appreciate all your concerns. And I just want to let you guys know, I thank you for the time and the moment, and the trustees and the mayor.
Thank you, Trustee Jones.
That's former Trustee Jones.
Sheila Blockson, 1326 DeForest. First of all, congratulations everyone for being on the board, for the new individuals and the old. And as he said, also, I'm here to give, when we had the last board meeting, from some of the new people, you didn't have the information in reference to the organization that I represent, which is a nonprofit. You know what, he called me a Narcan man. He goes, I know you, but I condensed it for you, and here you are for you to have as well. And we're trying to do something good in the community too. And our goal is to be able to bring new business to the community as well. Yes, ma'am. I'm also an investor, and I started investing in Fort Heights over 25 years ago. I had multiple, I only have one left, whoever wants plenty of properties, and a lot of them got sold. But now I am back to reinvest in Fort Heights because, number one, I mean, everybody here looks like me. And I believe in not just helping my community, but also helping my people. But I also want to look at, one of the things that we want to look at for this community center is for our children. Because our children are our future. And if we don't reach out and show examples to our children to help them to be able to know that they can be wherever they want to be and put a positive spin to them, we definitely don't want them in here listening to all these negative things that's going on. We want them to be more positive. And our nonprofit, which is Much Love Foundation, As you know, we're focused on mental health, anti-bullying, anti-self-harm, and also fentanyl. We give out Narcan. We teach people how to administer Narcan. I can't say that enough because there's the #1 killer in the United States used to be car accidents, and the #1 killer now is fentanyl. And we have to do something to fight against it, and we have to start with our youth. The other thing with our kids out here in Bloom Township, I did research, and there are so many kids out here that are being bullied, but they're not gonna come to you and say, hey mom, being bullied, because they still have to go back to school and deal with those kids every day where you're not there with them. They're in school more than they're with you. So I know that there's a Boys and Girls Club out here, but we also, our goal is to get to as many of our kids as possible, help them have a more positive self-esteem. We want our young black men to be mayors. We want them to be trustees. We don't want black kids to be always known as the one that's in prison behind bars, you know, or on drugs. And when we think of Fort Heights, unfortunately, a lot of that stigma is there. It's known as the poorest community in the United States, not just in Illinois. And that's something that needs to change. So as you, Mr. Jones, I've also been talking to investors about coming out here, putting the money out here, and helping to build a community. So I'm sure my 3 minutes is up. Guys, I condensed that for you. Please take a look at it. I know that the migrants should be out by the end of the month, and hopefully by then we can get in there and start bringing some business to the community center and making it and putting some awareness out here. And again, congratulations and thank you for your time.
Hello, board and trustees. My name is Keoka. I am not a resident of Fort Heights, but I do have family, the Jones family. These are my family members. They live in the town, and I have some that's coming to the town. And I was trying to ask you all, is there a possibility or see how I can get on to your agenda, because I do have a couple before and after care centers in the city that I run, and I was trying to get some, trying to see how I can get some activities out here with the children so they can, you know, have something to do out here, because I see a lot of kids around that, you know, they're just out here, and I was trying to bring some programming, see how to bring some programming to Fort Heights so they'll have something to do too, so they won't, you know, be out here thinking that guns and gangs is the way to go, because it's not.
What's your name again?
Keoka.
Keoka.
Yes.
You have a card?
I can, and the name of my before and after care center is Phenomenal Families. But I can, because we like to have all those kids to think that they are, to make them know that they are phenomenal, and that there are things out here that they can do positive instead of the negative things. So I can get you a card.
All right, thank you. Yes, sir.
Good evening, Mayor and staff. As Doug said, I'm an investor, and I see the concerns that everybody have here. They want to be safe.
Excuse me, what's your name, sir?
I'm sorry, Andre Williams.
Andre Williams.
Yes, sir. And I would like to donate $10,000 to start camouflage security systems. So that way, no neighbor, no tenant should be responsible endangering our lives, because we have the cameras that will basically identify the people, and then we can have the authorities deal with that. So that's one start. And the second thing is I do music. I have a company called Urban Intelligent Media, where I help teach kids about different music, different theories of music. And not only that, I have TV, radio, and I would like to see the community grow. But Doug brought me here, and like I said, I'm an investor, and the main concerns I see are their safety. The camouflage cameras here, that'll be your first start, because nobody's going to run up on any of these people here. We're going to get them, see who all the people are, and then let the authorities take it from there. Because you're building a community. And the first thing is your security system, because that will let you know who are the corporals, who to deal with. Like that gentleman said, he once was, and he changed things around. So the thing is that I'm willing to invest to help people have affordable housing, because I have the capital for that. I went around, I saw a few things, but like you said, I'll come here to the meeting and see how things work. And on that note, I'll just rest for now.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Ms. Brown?
Hello, I'm Geneva T. Brown, I live on Congress Lane. Trinette. I was just like, when we have some speed bumps, when you go to these other neighborhoods, they have the speed bumps, and they pick them up and they move to different areas. So can we just have a few speed bumps in the neighborhood, and when it slows down, when you pick them up and you move them to the other street,
I would definitely look into that because it's definitely needed on Congress. You got a few hot rod cars that run up and down the streets smoking their tires, so I understand that for sure. We definitely need that.
I was just kidding with Geneva. She used to be my child.
Oh
This is an important meeting, correct?
I'm sorry to tell you, okay, so I'm also an investor, but I'm invested in living in Fort Heights. I have over $500,000 invested in Fort Heights in my properties and my buildings that I try to do things business-wise out of. Now, I was real offended today, and Mayor Wilson, you probably don't know why I was offended, but I'm gonna tell you why I was offended. It's a board meeting that was a while back that I was at, and the county sheriff was here. And you all were voting that they take over our ordinances in Fort Heights. And I was out there pleading, said, don't do it before y'all check out some things before you do it. But yet, you know, the other board, you all voted that the county took over the ordinance. I get a phone call today that 50 county sheriffs are in my building on Drexel down there. And they down there like I've been shot and killed people, and they going through the building, they snatching doors open, they taking pictures, and the mayor was down there with them, and I talked to the mayor, and he said they called him. Yes. So my thing is, I don't care who called you, I'm not going to your property. I'm not disrespecting your property. That's disrespectful. I don't care who the county think they are, or they might be, but we cannot allow them to just do what they want to do and how they want to do it. And then, first of all, you went in my building, you didn't give me a letter that said I'm coming to your building. You never told me that you need to come to my building. And you go to my building, tell me my building is not functional to do anything in. Have you been into the village hall? Have you been into the other building before? Have you been to the red store or the white store? Have you been to Ramsey's over there? What they sell? Have you been to some real places where you have real problems? My building ain't got no real problems. So I'm saying that I think I should revisit that thing with the county because I'm not really nobody. I ain't tough, I ain't nothing. I ain't nobody, I ain't nothing. But you got to be willing to die for something. And if you try to tear down what I build, we're going to have some problems. And I know people don't care, but we're going to have some real problems that y'all might not have never faced before in your life. And some of y'all are tough and everybody been in the streets of the world all their life. But we're going to have some problems because I'm not going to sit back and keep allowing them to do what you want to do. Now, I'm not here to bash the board, but I'm saying this to the board. When you're wrong, you're wrong. When you're right, you're right. We do favoritism stuff, which everybody do in life in this situation. But we need to come together and do what's right. The board, how you counter some stuff is, you get somebody on the agenda, you hire somebody. You don't need nobody to hire nobody but the board approval. It ain't nothing getting posted, ain't nothing going out the right way, just do it. Is that what we want to do, really? It shouldn't be what we want to do. We want to spend money where we want to spend money, we shouldn't. It should be presented to the board. You all are responsible for every vote you make. Every city you make, you're responsible for. And when the people come and they ask you why you vote, you say, I don't know, you're going to get in trouble because you didn't know. And that's not an excuse because when you ran to uphold and do the best thing you can for the business. I heard us one say we're going to try to get our own police department. We have never talked about our police department yet. We ain't talking about getting on the police department. We ain't talking about, I don't love everybody in Fort Heights to get hired and live in Fort Heights. I don't mind that. But my thing is, if you can't afford it, how are you doing it? We got to think inside and do some things because the next time, if people come down to my building disrespecting me, y'all won't see me. Y'all won't see me on the news. And it's going to be real because you're not going to keep disrespecting me. for no reason, because I was disrespectful. I'm gonna have fun, I'm gonna laugh, but when you bring the trouble my way, I'm gonna bring it back. Because that's how I believe in it. I don't believe in that. I'm like you, Fred. Ain't no time no cheat no more. That's over. I was saying once upon a time. I might say it again Sunday. We don't know. I don't even like this one. I got no diamond in it. I don't try to begin it. But I'm saying, you don't work that, I'm cool with that. But please, think about it. That people down there, they got about $400,000 invested in it. He got a school in there. We have a school. Matter of fact, we have a private school in there that don't nobody support us. But our school just sent two 8th grade graduates to Marion High School on a full scholarship for 4 years. What are you doing that? All right. What are you doing that? And 2 of the kids from the projects down here. And in my fact, my cousin Dimple still going there. So we doing big things, but we just not giving big support because people are jealous of people and envious of people. And it's about people. It's all God's work still. However God do it, He's gonna do it, and He's gonna make it happen because it's gonna happen. With or without us, it's gonna happen. So I'm just saying, let's support each other's visions and let's start in house first. Let's start in house. We got the business going on in here. Let's go knock it down. Y'all know I got a business down there where I rent out the bar down there, and we couldn't what you call it, down there. We know some stuff out here. But don't give me a hard time, and the red show still selling new secrets out of this short. They selling new swears to the short. They selling alcohol to the short. I didn't believe that. When I say short, I mean Cottage Grove kids. I walked in behind the kid to see what was happening. They sold the kid a blue cigarette, and I stopped and said, we're not having that. That ain't happening. Then the little kid, when they got an adult, they died of cigarette. Cottage Grove kids. So, I'm saying if we don't start in town, support what I do. I'm not going to not support y'all. Matter of fact, when I went there to vote for the mayor, I looked at your name long and hard. I didn't try to go over there vote for.
I know. Sit down. All right. Sit down. I'm here now.
All right, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, all right, Mr. Jones. Outside. Let's go now. 3 o'clock.
Go ahead, stand up.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
My name is David Tank. I'm an investor, and I'm an auto shop, and I'm looking to see what's going on with the property right there around the corner on Lincoln Highway. And I'm not asking for any funds to fix it. I have my own funds. So.
Old gas.
Yeah, I think it's that building. Which is
right around the corner.
No shop. We'll look into it for sure, Mr. Dave. I'll definitely get back with you. Okay. Real soon.
Thank you.
The one that used to you know the address offhand? I know the building you're talking about.
Building right there.
Yeah.
Word line around 2 Cotton Rock.
Brown building on Word Line around 30.
Okay. Anybody else? Yes, please.
Hello everybody, my name is Andre Williams. Another Andre Williams. That's 2 grills. Sure. So, hello board, thank you for allowing me to speak with you. I believe I mentioned this at the mayor swearing in, but my name is Andre Williams. I'm the founder, owner of the S2 Grill brand, which includes S2 City Grill, S2 Express Grill, S2 Southside Bar and Grill. We have 9 locations throughout the Chicago area and in the suburbs. And we would like to make our 10th location in Fort Heights. we were looking at the Sharks at 801 Lincoln Highway, and we wanted to bring something nice. If you see, we have pictures of all our restaurants. All our aesthetics are amazing. We provide good quality food, and there's no reason that the residents of Fort Heights should have to go downtown to get some good beef short ribs, some lamb chops, you know, some nice breakfast, everything made from scratch. Oh yeah, the turkey legs, you know. So and not just that, we pride ourselves on serving, putting our establishments in underserved areas, and clearly this fits the criteria. And not just that, we give back to any neighborhood you go in. Our philanthropic efforts are outstanding. We give $5,000 towards Well Christmas. We feed families, like we give back to the community and provide a lot of asset and resources by way of relationships and other things. So I don't know what's going on with that building, but we would like to buy it. I know that the city owns it, so I'd like you guys to consider that. We'd like to put something really nice there, remodel the whole building, and on the other side of the Sharks, we would like to blow that wall out and put something and make it a sit-down location where you can actually come get some food on the real plate, you know, and enjoy yourself. So.
And continue to help the Fort Heights community grow. As he said, each community we go to, partner with the aldermen, with the mayors, or whoever of that board, and really try to expand things. So job opportunities, investment opportunities, purchasing properties, whatever we can do to become better partners in the Fort Heights area, you know, we like to.
This is my last one. Yeah, and we also, we have many other municipalities, where, you know, we purchased a building in Markham, the old kickoffs. We have Cal City, Madison, Aurora, all these people betting us to open a location there. But because when I was a child, I hung out here, and I know Mayor Wilson personally, you know, I would like to pull Fort Heights in front of all of them because this community needs it and deserves it. You know, we're not looking for any funds, and also we invest too. Like I said, we invest in the community, so I would like the board to consider that so we can bring something special out here to the residents.
So there are any open properties that you have as far as things that are available, we'd like to look at as well, that will help us invest in properties and personnel.
Land. Yeah, well, I mean, we do that too. We invest in real estate, you know.
So where the village can do it.
Well, the village will benefit.
Land is taxes.
Oh, yeah.
If we got building, there be taxes. Yeah, exactly. What I'm trying to do is get the benefit of the village.
What benefit would it be to the village?
Tax rates.
Well, whatever the taxes the village would get in the sales tax that the village would get and provide the service to the residents. You know, I can't control it, so I don't know what. Oh, yeah, yes, indeed. Definitely the tax dollars. I appreciate that, brother. Definitely. We hire from within the community always. Like you said, the value of tax dollars that it will bring to the city and the property taxes.
What's your timetable on trying to get this done?
If we were able to get the building, we could have it done in 45 to 60 days.
45, 60 days, we're ready to move forward now.
So this is something y'all want to do immediately?
So we're going to do immediately. So if the building's available now, we're ready right now.
Yeah, like I said, we have other municipalities, but we would like to put Fort Heights in all of them because we feel like this is a project we can get done in 60 days or less. And we will give y'all something beautiful, like I said, somewhere where you can sit down. And just some, because the old building, I mean, pardon my French, but it's like an eyesore. Nothing's been invested into it, and it looks, I wouldn't want to go in there and eat. You know, I want to get somewhere that's clean and pleasing when you go in. You know, you comfortable being there. Anybody have any questions for us?
Question? Right out my card as well, if there's anything.
And I don't know if you guys could, you know, maybe consider that and let us know the next steps. If that's doable, we'd like to get started right away. Appreciate you guys' time.
Mayor, can I say one thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I don't know if you're aware that we do have a planning and zoning committee. So anything that comes
that's about to come into Fort Heighs or want to come into Fort Heights, it has to go through the Planning and Zoning Committee. And then once it goes through, they okay and a vote on it, then it has to go to the board. But the mayor can't just say that, you know, you can get started. Because maybe, I don't know if you knew you had a Planning and Zoning Committee.
Yes, I know that.
Okay, so it has to come past.
But the committee has,
the committee.
But the committee is not going to meet together.
Well, we haven't had anything to meet on. That's why I'm part of the committee.
Right, so how do we, well, the committee, I need a list of who all on that committee, so I can reach out to the committee.
His wife, she's the president, I'm the secretary, and then we have David, and it's about 5, Christopher Hopkins.
Okay, well, we need to set up a meeting right away.
That's what I was gonna do, I was gonna tell you, but you know, the business, there's nothing wrong with the businesses, don't get me wrong, I ain't trying to downplay them or anything. But there is a protocol that we need to go through. Right, so we need to know things we need to go through to get it done.
We'll have to have the same conversation when we show up to the meeting for the committee we need to.
Well, yeah, you will have to present it to the committee before they bring it before the board. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to say, I'm glad you brought that up. When you go to the ordinances for Fort Heights and you go online, the ordinance has not been updated and changed since 2009. It's still showing Saul Beck as the mayor, it's still showing everything from 2009. So I believe there is a committee, but when I go on there and I went and I read all of it.
There is a committee.
It is, but everything in there from 2009. We're in 2025.
No. The Planning and Zoning Committee, every year we have to register with downtown.
I get what you're saying.
They might not, maybe they gotta update it, but.
That's my point is that the ordinance hasn't been updated since 2009, and this is 2025, so I'm saying to our board and our new mayor that maybe we should take a look, we might consider looking at.
I don't know why it's not updated if they sending us the.
Downtown.
We have to fill out the forms and everything and pay the money to be, you know, for every year. So, but anyway, I was just letting the mayor know, so whenever you want to call a meeting,
Can we call one right away, so we can get started on discussing some issues.
I'll let him know. I'll give her a call when I get home, and I'll let her know.
You can know, right?
Get you there, your turn.
I think what y'all, everybody wants to invest in the community, that's a good thing. Because I've been out here for 60-something years, I'm 73. And I've been out here a long time. And it looks like, I mean, we used to, if you've been out here, no, Freddie, we used to have restaurants and different things out here, retail shops and all that. But it just went down, you know, because the older people, they left, then y'all know the rest of the story, you know the story.
Yeah, we're besides with the push start, everybody doing their part, one business at a time.
One business at a time. So yeah, that's a good thing. I'm not against that, you know, but I just.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Is there anybody else? If not, Miss. Come on, sir.
I understand when you talk about bringing companies to bring stores.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get those big units, so affordable housing. I have two sons. One is building for the Obama's library, and my other son back here builds houses from the ground up in Indiana. So I have a whole complete team. My main thing is giving these people a place to live and making sure that it's done adequately. I'm not here to bash anybody here, but I can take those big buildings that's sitting there doing nothing and make affordable housing. I brought up the cameras for a reason, because everybody's talking about their security. You're not going to jump out there and put your life out there. You want the cameras. You need to get a network of who all the troublemakers are. So then you go from there. But right now, these people, these places need to be fixed. Before they're so eyes, and they need to be done. And I'm willing to invest in them and make them affordable. Even like I got to turn it into a gated community with security. I rest.
Our preference is to buy, but we would consider that well, maybe with some type of option of rent to own with the understanding that at some point we could purchase it, because you have to realize we're gonna put a lot of money remodeling that building. You know, so just to rent it and
So how many S2s you have so far?
we have 9 in Chicago, 1 in Atlanta, and 1 in Houston.
How many buildings do you own out of 9?
Pardon me?
How many buildings do you own out of Britain?
We own probably 6 of them, 6 of our locations.
The reason I say that because Fort Heights is such poverty right now, I don't think we can afford to sell buildings on the road like we had. I think we should rent it for at least 10 years and help us build it together. Other than that, I mean, look at the different properties out there, different properties, different locations.
Well, it's a lot of, that's just not cut and dry. It's a lot of factors that go into that. I'm a licensed general contractor too, so you have to look at it as a business aspect. Yeah, I want to come do something here, but it has to make sense for us too. So to rent for 10 years, like I said, and we going to spend over $100,000, $200,000 redoing this building for someone else to own it, that doesn't make sense. You know, you have to think about, you know, I mean, the tax dollars would come too. I mean, how much would the rent be? You would get that revenue in sales tax and property tax, you know, and jobs. So it's other intangibles that come with it besides rent.
Last question, but you know you are in the TIF district, which you actually for.
That's not in the TIF district.
It's not?
No.
So yeah, you look at it under those guidelines, it's going to spend a couple $100,000 on something like Well, this one here is a restaurant already, so it makes sense. I don't want to build nothing. It's not big enough. And this is something we can get done right away.
Okay. Hold on, Ms. Ford, our clerk has something to say.
I have 2 points to make, but before I make my 2 quick points, I want to just address what was said about the status of our meetings before I get to what I want to say. When you go into an establishment and they don't leave the establishment, but they're doing work in construction, they say, pardon our dust, as we are doing our business. Pardon our dust. We are trying to gel together. It's going to take us disagreeing. It's going to take us doing a whole lot of different things that maybe you're not used to seeing, but it is not the measuring stick by which you should judge us. If we are still doing this by meeting 25, then come back and talk to us about what you see. But right now, we're just gelling together. We are still a month in. We are still very new. And to that point, I want to just talk about at the last meeting, which was May 21st, I wasn't here, but something was stated about the board not getting their board packet on time. Now, I'm the clerk. It is my responsibility to post and get that stuff out. Bless you, my dear. I have a 3-step process to ensure that everybody gets their board packet, 2 emails, and a text message. So if you have not received your email, your board packet in a timely fashion, it is incumbent upon you to address me and let me know. Not to get up here on the day of the board meeting and say that you have not received it. That board packet specifically was given more than 48 hours because I gave it before I left. So when you are hearing things, synthesize critically, people, because people say things. That leads me to my second point. I was at a conference in St. Louis on the 21st. It was a 5-day conference. I was told that I've been spending money, just $2,000. Well, that went to registration and hotel accommodation. Now, if I was authorized to go, because you gave me registration, but you're not going to give me hotel accommodations, St. Louis ain't up the street, people. I need somewhere to sleep. Your clerk was not there all willy-nilly and just wasting y'all money. I took an oath to do this job to the best of my abilities.
Come on.
And The municipal clerks are a well-oiled machine, which means we meet, we educate, we empower. Now, I don't know if you all know, but your clerk, because I need to pat myself on the back because don't nobody else know. Your clerk is the regional president of her association. So it is, I cannot not go. And when I'm at the table, y'all at the table. I looked at and I said, well, I'm only spending $5,000 and that's including the meeting that I just went to. But if I am not supported fully by the board, I'm an all-in woman. I don't want half of y'all. So if everybody can't support me, I don't want it.
That's right.
And I need you also to know that as the clerk, I'm the most overlooked and underlooked position. Many times the board is addressed, I am not. I'm not on titles because the power is not in the title, the power is in the education. And so nobody up here is above or below me because we all elected.
That's right.
So I have just as much power as you all, even though I don't vote. So with that being said, I will not divide the board on asking for anything to educate me, because I'm going. Okay? Because a house divided against itself cannot stand. So I'm not going to do it. And with that, I yield to the board. Thank you.
Okay. I guess that was the final wrap up. So this meeting is adjourned. Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?